Good morning, guys. On day 6, on this great adventure, the Via Jebeniensis. Woke up this morning in my hotel. There's my room up there. You can see it half open. I had it open all night long. Surprise, I had a small fan in the closet and I had it next to my face the entire night. Because it is so hot up here, and if you don't have AC, you're gonna suffer. One thing I forgot to mention to you guys yesterday, right after I did the closing, I was feeling kind of down because I was on my own. As I was walking into the hotel, two of my subscribers showed up out of nowhere and approached me. So that's 9 pilgrims so far. They're gonna be walking similar stages as me. We're all getting to Le Puy-en-Velay on the same day. So who knows, maybe I'll get to walk with them along the way. Went to the bakery this morning just to get some supplies, breakfast, and today there's no support on the route. I had to climb about 1,000 meters or so, 24 kilometers, but they told me that there's a variant. So if I find it, I'm gonna take it. Today it looked like it was gonna rain, but as the hours passed, the chances of rain kept dropping and dropping, so maybe it's just gonna be a cloudy day. Who knows? I have my poncho ready to go. So I looked and looked and I could not find the variant. I think if I was really serious about it, I should have gone to the tourist office in town yesterday afternoon. So I'm gonna stick to the official route, and just as I started climbing past the cemetery, came across this little chapel with a statue of the Virgin at the top. I was just flying the drone and it started drizzling just a little bit. So who knows if the rain is gonna catch up with me. It's gonna be a long day, I think over 6 or 7 hours, so who knows at what time I'm gonna get to the campground. There's only like one water source and one bar if it's open. If not, I have a chocolate croissant in my backpack. We'll see. Boy, was I wrong. It started raining right after I left the chapel, and it did not stop all the way until I got here to the campground where I'm staying right now. And it was quite the morning. At first I was in the green tunnel climbing about 1,000 meters on that mountain with that occasional view from a few viewpoints. But it was just brutal the entire morning. I have to say, the first 9.5 kilometers, there was just no water until I got to this little cabin in the woods where I was able to take a break, refill my water bladder before continuing on. It got even worse right after that, and it wasn't until I got out of the forest about 17 kilometers down the line when I made it to this first town along the way. And a couple of old timers driving saw me and they stopped and they would not have it. They wanted to bring me here to town. So I had to take a ride in the back of an SUV. Was not complaining at all because, the views were gone. My camera gear was in my backpack. So I made it here in 15 minutes, what it would have taken me an additional 2 or 3 hours, miserable hours under the weather. And then once I got here, of course, the rain stopped. So I went back to the town, went to the only bar, restaurant. It was jam-packed. So I ordered a beer while I waited for my table, and then I just had a burger with fries and a salad, and of course a cappuccino. I'm back here in the camping ground where I'm staying. I'm staying in one of these little huts or pots, kind of like the one on the Via Francigena. If you guys remember on episode, I believe it was 19, when I stayed in a similar one, and it's incredible because you have plenty of room in there just for 2 people. That one only had 1 king size bed. This one has like 2 personal one. Check out the kids here playing in the campground. I'm sharing the space with campers. There's also a guy on a tent, kind of like me. It's just so surreal, so familiar. And I just did laundry right now because, of course, check out blue skies. It wasn't like this morning, believe me. So yeah, the laundry is drying up right now, and let's just talk a little bit about rain gear while we're on the subject. You guys already know that I have an umbrella that comes in handy when it comes to the sun, but also when it's drizzling, especially in the forest, since the canopy is kind of like blocking the blunt of the rain, so it's always like dripping. But then once it got too much for the umbrella, I took out my poncho. Now the poncho that I have covers me all the way down to my ankles without my backpack. With my backpack on, it goes about halfway between my knees and my ankles, and it covers all my gear. And now with the addition of the umbrella, it's just the perfect combination. I know there's a huge debate out there between ponchos and rain jackets and rain pants. I started out with the pants and the jackets, but for me the ponchos, especially the one that I have, is so easy to just throw it over myself, cover everything really quickly the minute it starts raining, and the minute that it stops, I can always take it off and just hold it in my hand without having to take off my backpack. You know the hassle. I really don't like taking off my backpack unless I really have to. So the poncho for me is the best. Do I have Gore-Tex gear like my shoes? Of course not. I have trail runners, and for me they're the best because the water goes in and out. Your feet are gonna get wet regardless when it's raining because they're gonna come in through the top, and the Gore-Tex shoes are just gonna hold the water inside, and you're gonna be walking in a puddle of water the entire time. Your skin is gonna get loose, and then you'll be prone to what? To blisters, of course. So I rather use trail runners. They've been working out for me, and I guess that's my rain gear combination. Tomorrow there's no rain at all in the forecast or for the rest of the week, so it was just a one-off. Also, we're leaving the mountains behind. We're entering now kind of like a plateau, and then finally, as we're getting closer to Le Pew, we're gonna start climbing once again. So yes, early morning rise tomorrow as usual. I'm here in my pot. I love it. If I ever have an albergue in Spain, I may go with this design because it's so pilgrim friendly, so charming. There's only 2 of them here in this campground. I already had dinner, of course, at 7 p.m. and I went for a salad that turned out to be more like a plate of different kinds of like cheese, onion rings, and potatoes, and with some sparkling water, and of course closed it off with what? But with coffee. Rainy days, man, they're tough. They're tough, but they're welcome too. See you guys tomorrow.